Hey guys, Deadskin Mask here. I'm on my first build over at Spectacle Island, and I wanted to show you what was left of my first build. If the video cuts out at some point, it's because I've already gotten to the 15 minutes. I tried recording this one time, and I had to do it in 2 separate sessions, and I didn't have the mic on. So we're back here, and yeah, so I started Spectacle Island off with this piece, which is a decking out and around the crashed boats here. Make this kind of like a little lovers boardwalk slash you know, almost like a visitor tourist kind of thing where you come and see the crashed boats of Spectacle Island, blah 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 kind of thing. So this was my first boardwalk per se, and I I made it all the way around the boats, made it 2-tiered, and just to kind of, again, you know, little walkway, lovers retreat kind of idea. And then that branched off into, try not to show too many of my buildings in the background, this piece over here, which is another boardwalk, but this one is primarily for all the shops, the high-end shops primarily, the tier 3s, and over here we have the clinic with a little waiting area, and the reason that's that far out, probably because it's backwards, maybe. Anyways, I don't know. Got a little complete with seating area, and then I made all these shops kind of the same. I didn't use the prefabs. I just laid down the floors and then built the walls, and some of them I left open on the front, which you'll see, and just added like little areas back here for some of them. Like, since this is a medical clinic, she'd had Kate here. I don't know where she's at now. I don't know why she's not, but excuse me. You know, so her clients could be there and she could work on them, whatever, and patients, I guess, not clients. And then you have the armory over here. Let's turn this off real fast so we don't get dinged from Google. And then again, you can see here and look at the Pridwin, or look at the ocean. Our weapons depot here, and by McCready. And you know, same build style again, except since it's weapons, it's all out of metal. And some statues, and then more. And Hargraves, the clothing, I don't know where she's at. She's off running around. But more of the statues, and then general store, and by Vault-Tec rep guy, and more park benches so you could sit down and have a nice gander at stuff. And then the barge over here, which is the tier 3 restaurant. Lighting gonna turn on? Nope. Something I want to say about this island, it seems like it's split in 2. Power from one side doesn't seem to power it from the other side. I don't know, it's kind of weird. So I have this side's basic power, which doesn't make any sense because this side's on its own. Back there with the water purifiers. And then when I had originally built this, I had so many lights that I had frame rate issues, and I thought I'd just drop the settlement size. You can see the settlement size is 0. I thought I had dropped it so much that that was giving me my frame rate issues, when that isn't the case at all. Now all of a sudden, usually when I come here, my power armor, yeah, that's my XO1, one of them, is usually off. I usually have to come in here to get the power to come on, the lights to come on, but as you can see, I just Wanted to be able to walk in here and be like, oh. I found all these. These are not modded. It's on PS4. Even I have 3 full XO1s and then 2 almost complete, and then down to just a chest piece and just a frame sitting here that I'm sure I have more pieces somewhere. I just got to find them. And then one over there, not even in a power armor station. So, yeah. And then this was my house. Dog meat's out front. Why is there this guy blocking me? There we go. My dining room, kitchen area. In my living room. Again, I had more junk items and stuff like that laying out everywhere, but they all got knocked over or they all fell through. I don't know. So hopefully, I'm hoping that patch fixed it, but I haven't really been working on this since I started the new build. And then I got my den over here, all my bubble heads. I know I need 2 more and I can have that stupid trophy. I just don't know which 2 I'm missing, and I haven't spent 3 seconds to go look at which 2 I'm missing to go get them. And then my pool table room slash blast radius was actually up here, but yeah, see, it's still like glitching through. I don't know. Let's get rid of Jingles. I didn't know who he was. Now that I know, he's gone. Scrap every Jingles I find. Little sitting area up here, and those are my trunks with my legendaries. And then my bedroom, which I'm married to Kate on this one, so I had teddy bears and handcuffs and all kinds of crazy stuff. And then my bathroom. Also had a 3rd floor. The upper decking where I could look out, see the ocean, see the pier. That way I got a view of everything. And see the other side and the Pridwin and the barge and all that. This decking out here is 2-tier as well. And a large, almost wrapped, you know, half wrap porch. This build was primarily running around the theme of rich and poor. The rich lived on the island while the poor served them, and the rich ran the shops and were the doctors and, you know, stuff of that, you know, the sells of weapons and stuff like that. So this was like the upscale neighborhood with the poor serving them. I had to trash a couple of houses, like I said, just because I thought it was the build, not the actual lights, causing the frame rate issues. So I moved in people. This originally was just a house for one person. I did this originally before the bars came out. That way I didn't fall off the stairs, because I hate falling off the stairs. Always do it. Don't know why. Maybe I suck. Who knows? Again, here's another house. Upscale. This one's kind of cool. It got a weird layout to it, funky layout that I kind of like. Got this whole front area, the living room, the kitchen and dining room, and then you can look out and see. All of it revolves around being able to see the water as far as these house builds are concerned. And then again, this was all one big living room, but I condensed them down. I guess that's poor placement. There we go. Didn't even notice that. I originally built it. See? I always fall off. The bathroom, but I wanted this little tuck out area where you could come out here and sit. Just a funky build. I kind of like it. It's kind of cool, different. And those are all different. Again, some have got the patios on the front, some don't have any patios or decking, all different entrances. Some have patios on the side, some are extensive patios with different, again, all different kinds of setups and floor plans, so there's no monotony. Okay, my dog started barking, so I ended it real quickly. I wanted to take you in this house. The theme behind this house was she had just recently got divorced. Her husband took a lot of the stuff. That bed wasn't originally there again. So all she was left with, all she cared about was her paintings. And that was pretty much it. So that's why this one's sparsely decorated, and she's got the upstairs deck with no decking on the back. Again, you know, just mixed it up. Basically, again, this is all the rich side, and it extended all the way back to where the boat, you know, this dock here that's already here ends. This house is kind of cool too. Again, I just did different styles, different setups. And then we get to Poor Man's Land, which basically started there. I had white picket fences all the way up. I had boardwalks connecting all this, where you walked off and walked onto the beach and then into your house. And all of this was connected. There was a whole other section up against this area here with the boardwalk walking down towards the L restaurant, which we'll get to, or the L bar. And then there were houses, little houses. This is it. This is where the poor lived. Everybody who were farmers for the island. If you didn't own a shop, you were here. You were in the Poor Man, and you were a farmer. You got the crappy beds. Guess that was left over from me wiring. You know, they still got different stuff. They still weren't all the same, but still pretty much just the same setup for 2x2 setup. Again, they were up here, which they were a little bit bigger than these because they were kind of a step up, almost like the manager's area. And then I had another 6 or 7 back here. And this was their view. They got the crappy view. And here's the L, which this was the bouncers station. You throw out all the riffraff and check your ID. And kind of like a sports bar setup. TVs everywhere. And this is L for Lisa. She ran the place, or runs the place, not past tense. She still runs it. And then this one I think is actually the coolest. The reason for that is because everybody would keep getting trapped underneath here. But Cliffs. And Cliffs is really cool. Upstairs is restaurant area, open. Again, I did this to keep until I got the bars. I'm happy I got the bars because this is kind of ugly. And again, look, yeah, lights everywhere. So that's my frame rate issue. And then down here was the bar area, but the reason I call it Cliffs Bar, Nightclub, etc., was because of this. Yeah, whatever. Check this out. This, I think, I've not seen this done yet on YouTube. Again, if somebody sees some of these, let me know. But yeah, I had started this island in like probably the 3rd week in November, or the 3rd week after it came out. And I finished this whole island sometime at the end of February. There were more buildings, there were more pathways, but just due to how many lights I have, as you can see, I went crazy on the lights. I had tons of frame rate issues and thought it was the actual buildings and started deleting everything when in fact it's all the lights. So this is maybe a 10th of what I had built, not even. Maybe 0.5%, if 100% would be the full amount of what I had built on this island. And it was really, really cool, a ton of power. But again, this island's kind of weird because it's split in half. Seems like the halfway point is for that side of the island, ends about here. And then from this side of the island, it goes over to where, you know, you fight the Mirelurk Queen and turn on the power. Turn on the power. I sound like I'm doing a zombies video. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. It's such a weird, and I haven't started building out here yet since all the updates and everything of like that. But I have came back since the updates just to see if anything's changed, and it still seems like this island's cut in half. So if you're gonna run power, I would run power from this half, and then run power for that half, and maybe there won't be so many issues. I don't know. I'll probably start building out here soon once I get done doing Sanctuary for you guys, just because I love this island. I love the amount of space here that you're allowed to build. And again, like the power's working here, but not. I don't know. It's weird with the power here. Maybe I just pull so much power that it's just ridiculous. Yeah, so this was actually my very first ever build, and this was what I was going to originally showcase for my channel, but again, I just had so many frame rate issues and I got frustrated and I just deleted everything. So until next time, I'll be doing something probably again at Sanctuary. I'm going to try to come up with another funky building or something and take it from there. All right, you guys be cool. See ya.